What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mystics MMOs. I'm your host, Mystic Raven. Alright. Gonna be messing around with the Sorc healer. I'm kind of blah. Not even gonna try to PvP today. Not even gonna try it. It's just, you know, whatever. You know, somebody made it a point on the forums, be like, well, after August 2nd, we'll see him come back for a few weeks. Like, yeah. Oh my. Jeez, oh jeez. Everybody's talking about it, believe it. But I am settled in here for at least another 10 months or whatever. Personally, I think ESO has a lot of good content. The question always gets play rest 1. Plus Crucible, what's the DLC?
I never
Stone. Alright. We gotta do a random too. Get that one out of the way first. Figure I might as well do some dailies. Get some stuff. I haven't been on the Sorc healer for a minute. So. And this is the build I want to get out really quick. Speaking of, let's go ahead and save this recording for footage. Potential footage in the future. Come on, DPS, hit the Q. I'll probably get a faux pod tank. Whatever. As long as it's not DLC shit. Been working a lot on just wanted to test out a lot of things on New World. I think there's pros, there's cons. I don't think it's ready. I think it has a lot more potential than most games that's been out for years. Why? Server performance. I'm not gonna lie, server performance is amazing over there. You know, you might every once in a while might get a little latency. Why? What the fuck? I mean, well, whatever. I don't give a shit. I'll get the other 2 vets. I want to get some keys too, because we've got new monster sets and stuff coming out, so I got to farm keys. But not that I anticipate using them, but always good for collections and shit too. Yeah, I've definitely got a faux pas tank. Fucking fake. Ah, shit. No, I thought I saw a sword on board. Nope. We got a tank. We got a real tank. Yeah, you might want to kill the Crocs. I hate that bug, and I really don't want to fuck with it. Come on, man. Yeah. What the fuck is that DPS running? Okay.
Let me show you the point. I'm hurt!
Have you come to meddle as well? Could always use more corpses.
Go around.
Tormented souls of the dead arise and kill these interlopers. Tormented souls of the dead arise and kill these interlopers.
That's interesting. Thanks, man. No bug. It's amazing when you don't try to skip shit.
I can't allow you to muck about in here. Know that it was Moraine Pellinger who ended your life.
Damn it, I hate when that happens.
Are you?
Alright. Excuse me.
One of them alive. We can have some fun later. To the side! I need aid!
Get in the glowing circle.
Scatter!
Hate that I have to waste this. Okay.
Stick 'em, lead 'em, and set it ablaze from the sides.
I need aid!
Time for a workout.
There will be no place for rabble like you when the Pelengairs rule Wayrest.
Shit. Done. Done and done. Get that bonus. Still gotta do my events and stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little, I don't know, a little deflated, you know, after this week. I just feel like, you know, it's a little, you know, like shit, you know? You know, I always thought a day would come where,
Hold.
the PvP in this game would be, kind of, jeopardized. Let's give Necro Tank a shot. Oh, why wouldn't you? Play any class can play any role in this game. So see, the one thing I love about this game is the different ways to play it. I think that's one of the appeals to this game. I think it's come even a long way, even from the community perspective, of saying, what can we do, what can we pull off, that's kind of a really good thing to be able to do more. So we got Stone Garden left and Blessed Crucible. All right. Blessed Crucible. Stone Garden. Anyhow, I think that there's a lot of really cool things that ZOS has implemented in this game, and the events, they do good.
The guild has need of
I think there's always a lot of cool content put into the game. I've always anticipated a PvP contender to come along the way, though it's been a long time. There's always been, whatever. I think Ashes of Creation is going to be a great PvE game, but PvP, I don't know. I mean, once again, we're talking about a different, when you're talking about class-based MMOs that have PvP, there's always going to be a cry for OP. Oh, this is OP, that needs a nerf. Or, oh, this is whatever, that needs a nerf. And I prefer a more sandbox approach. This way no one can say that this is OP. Hey, Oren, what's up, dude? Say hi.
Hey, man. I see you're streaming, so I'll pop off.
Oh, no. I'd like your input, if you don't mind. You've been a long time, MMOer. And you played both sandbox and class-based systems. What's your preference and why?
I don't think I have a preference.
You
honestly.
don't? You like
As long
both?
as
You
it's
kind of
fun.
you kind of like both in their own way, or?
Oh, they've both got their benefits.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Yeah, I do
And
think
like I
there
said,
are pros and
The only
cons.
contributing factor is it fun?
That's the thing, but I think in every game we have this nerf cry. Just this whole thing and nerf, and it's like, why nerf something when you can just raise the bar in the other classes?
No, I'm totally down with that, man. I hate that crap.
Right. It's like, now I'm not talking about exploits and bugs. That's different. That's that's on the side. Those things you definitely need to be addressed. But when somebody says something's overpowered, like, I think certain sets can be overpowered, but a class ability is only as powerful as the developers who's putting into that ability. So if everybody's screaming that this ability is overpowered, why not adjust the other classes to meet that power level?
Yeah, but that does not lead to power creep.
Power creeping is a problem in the genre. I agree. I mean, I do agree. But one of the things about it is, like, anytime something's on a test, I think the question of it is, was it an oversight that something went live, or was it intentionally input to give the class an unfair advantage? You know what I'm saying? And if that's the case, then yeah, I completely agree. The power creeping then becomes more prominent, more dominant, and then guess what? You try to scale back, and now everybody's unhappy because you've already placed them in the most powerful you made them too powerful to begin with. You know?
Exactly.
Right. So, but you know, it's a far cry from like, dude, I still don't know how you played as long as you did with, oh, it's off the top of my head. The space game. Shit, it's off the top of my head.
Oh, Eve?
Eve. Oh my God. I mean, the game's brilliant, but it is so much dedication, man. It is not, it's not something that you can come in to and play for weeks and anticipate, you know, the fruits of your labor to just fall onto your lap. You know, that's everything in that game is it's about progression and time investment. And you know, there you might find short like offset like trade sales, like you know trade something at a higher value to get to build ships that get components at a lower on the back end. So you're like, okay, well this is a higher farm resource. I'm going to get this so I can buy my other component, my other materials. You know what I'm saying? And so there's ways to manage that, but everything else, it's still time consuming. And I think a lot of the MMO genre, what's been lacking is players' investment into their development.
Well, I mean, what kept me coming back to Eve wasn't necessarily the game; it was the people I was playing with.
Well, that's always I think the biggest factor. That's what kind of immerses us into the MMO experience is who we are playing with. Now, New World, what do you think? What's your first impressions?
Oh, I enjoy New World so far. It's got some bugs that need to be addressing. And I kind of see that the main quest is kind of, well,
a little lackluster.
It is a little lackluster because it's a little hard to follow.
Yeah. I mean, it's to me, it's not horrible. I played games without, a very story-driven, content. So it's not. That to me is not a make or break. It's just not. I'm actually impressed though that they took something like that and they developed it into what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I think they have the direction they need in order to release it. They do.
Do you feel there's enough to sustain it for that duration? I don't. That's my concern.
I don't think I played it enough to give me that opinion.
That's my only concern, because at low level, I mean, we can expect some repetitiveness in any MMO. I mean, here we are, like I am playing, ESO, and I'm repeating because I'm farming keys or transmutation or whatever have you. You know what I'm saying? So I really can't say that there's not a game that doesn't have some farming elements to it one way or the other, or there's a monotonistic element that's apparent. But the one thing I'm concerned about is how it all unfolds for players in the long run. Because certain players, I hate to say it, this day and age, a lot of players have this, ADHD when it comes to repeating the content. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. That's a fair assessment, man.
I just feel like, they get very bored and it gets tedious to them. And my question of it is, when it comes to retention, are they going to be able to retain players? Now, I could care less if the game has a plethora or little to no PvE content, because you played UO though too, didn't you?
Nah, Ultima Online was a little bit before me, man.
Okay, so I played Ultima, and that game had very little to no, zero content to PvE. It just didn't. It was as sandbox as you got. And so I have no problems with little to no, you know what I'm saying, content being there. My concern, and like I said, is more or less, okay, the convenience of the what's going on for the community as a whole. Because if you try to appease one target audience, then usually your other is going to suffer in the long haul. You know?
Yeah, that is a fact, man.
You can't please everybody. So which direction is your primary focus? I'm not saying to exclude, you know what I'm saying? Any content. I'm just saying, how does that all going to relate to what you're trying to do to to push your end game content? You know, that becomes the relevance to me. I think they have a potentially good game. I think CCs and speed, like right now, I hate to say this, everybody's going to go heavy armor in that game, dude. Everybody. They put no speed variation or penalties towards armor association. And I'm like, why wouldn't you do that? Why? You know? I'm scratching my head like, everybody's going to build resistance. It's going to be a ESO all over again, dude. So that's my concern, Like, there's a couple of things. And it's not their fault, because honestly what they did, it was like a survival game. It wasn't meant to do what they planned on doing. But during the changes that they implemented, they forgot, oh shit, armor type should mean something, not just static. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's something I think they do need to look at.
It's like, why would you do that? Everybody's going to be running a heavy armor build. Everybody. And I'm like, oh my gosh. It's just like, wow, man. I think the combat is fine for what it is, though. A lot of people might think it's slow, but I think it's actually more thought out. I think they need one more ability, and I agree with you on the whole essence that they need to give players an option in the beginning to try a weapon of their choice. Like, they're on a ship that, they literally can go, pick up a weapon from the wreckage or something,
Exactly. I mean, I don't think they should start out with muskets.
No. But it'd be nice to see like a staff, like the fire staff or ice gauntlets, or you know what I'm saying? A little bit more variety is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, the sword, a rapier, a spear.
Yeah, totally.
A hatchet. I mean, even just the basic melee weapons.
I really did enjoy the Are we going down? I guess we're going down. I really did enjoy the spear a little bit more than I had anticipated.
My only problem with the spear is it should invoke some knockback, and it doesn't.
Yeah, it does have a CC though associated, so I was a little happy with that. I was a little happy because the game's lack of CCs, and a lot of people were talking about staggering, how they got rid of the staggering, and that is kind of, I guess, apparent. That something's missing from the combat system, because people can just disengage from the combat and outrun the effects. And once again, I feel like this is where armor type plays an important role, along with the weapon choice.
You should get a speed penalty from wearing heavy armor.
Right, absolutely. Yes, your strength contributes to your, what I'm saying, your encumbrance, but not to the point to negate, speed. How many, people are running, a marathon in heavy plate and keeping up with somebody in, sweats? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm just like, what the fuck? What the fuck, yo?
Maybe I don't know. Introduce like a stamina drain from running in heavy armor.
There has been some topics about stamina, you know. So
But again, like I said, it should be fun, and right now it is fun.
you know what's impressed me the most? I've been doing this for a fucking long time, dude. And I'm not, and I can't even deny it. The server performance in that game, bar none, one of the best in its stages.
Yeah, they've still got some hiccups to work through, though.
There's a little latency in some issues. But when we're taking a look at the volume of people per server, right? The volume. And then we're taking a look at literally like the lighting. The textures are amazing, but there are some lighting glitches. Not a lot, a little bit. But when it comes down to the server performance, dude, I'm lightweight impressed. You know, and I'll say, you know, the game's laggy. You know, it's gonna have this problem, that problem. You know, I'm a skeptic in every sense of the word. I'm very critical of every game. Even if I like a game, I'm very critical. So I can like a game fine, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna say there's not room for improvement. You know what I'm saying? And that's,
I get it, man.
yeah. So, I mean, I'm just like, whoa, you know. I really hope they address some of these issues because they've invested their money into stability, which is probably one of the things that companies don't typically do. You know, a server performance end. You know, and they hammered it down. They locked it in. I felt like it was well done, you know.
Which is the power of the sun cast in a stone mold. Still in the red spectrum. That was a brilliant white heat. No! You're damaging it! That's not how this should work!
Oh shit.
I'll make everything more dangerous.
Had my food buff wore off right in the middle of a boss fight.
Now, let's try temperature tolerance at the other extreme.
Fuck. Food buff dropped. I forgot to fucking click on it. Fuck. Alright. There we go. Let's go.
Experiment's integrity unaffected. Same cannot be said for test subjects. Shell formula! closer together. This will freeze it harder than an Atborn mountain. But go like an avalanche.
Bingo.
Shocking development. Only joking.
Nice.
I work from a precise model.
So, what other game are you playing besides that recently?
I'm not really playing any other MMOs.
Oh, really?
I'm dabbling with some MechWarrior 5.
I'm always looking for that one game, you know, like the Holy Grail. You hear that sooner or later it's gonna show itself, whatever. You hope, and, you know. I think, you know, the MMO consumer is a fickle creature. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I am.
Yeah.
You know, we're never content. We always want to push. We want more. You know, we expect more. You know. What, you know, like I said,
We should expect more.
and sometimes I think, you know, that's a good thing for the market. You know, I think it is. But it's not necessarily, you know, I think sometimes it doesn't give a lot of credit to the developers that's in the industry. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like sometimes we overlook what it takes to make this happen, you know? You know, the type of resources and dedication, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it does. It takes a lot of resources to make these games.
Yeah.
I'm off testing duty tonight.
No sign of our nemesis yet. Keep going. I'll follow your trail of destruction with one of my own.
Goes, dude. Bruh, 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 bruh. Like, I would have never left Elder Scrolls had they not done the gimmick. You know? And you can always tell when devs are forced. They're forced to put a gimmick out there for marketing reasons. And I hate that. You know? God, I'll call that shit out. This'll sell copies and all this shit. You know? And I'm like, no, don't do that, you motherfuckers. That's the only thing I think I get that'll make me leave a game quicker than shit. I think WoW was just burnt out of the linear system, you know?
Yeah, without a doubt on that.
You know, you just spend so much time, and the aggravation mounts up, you know, about your accomplishments, your progression with every update. You know what I'm saying? I loved World of Warcraft PvP. A lot of people didn't. Some people didn't. I did, but whatever. Whatever.
You walked into the very crucible of creation. In this realm, I am God.
I am God.
I will oversee your unmaking from on high.
Yes.
Well, that escalated quickly. Don't worry, I found just the thing to help pry him out of that oversized alembic. These'll put hair on your chest.
Sure.
Down one and try tearing off some of those pictures.
No.
you've done this day. My wolf-bane formula. Well, if you want something done right, you have to do it yourself. I see some hands-on testing is required. You may feel a burning sensation.
God, this tank.
This will only hurt until you die.
This tank is really squish.
Have another potion. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Sure. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. This-
Restraining countermeasure charging. Now! You'll find I've improved the dwarven design. Needs and potions. You think I don't have an antidote? I love combustion! You should never shake this. Oops.
Now I'm gonna try to get this dude. Oh shit.
Let's see how you react with fire.
Damn it. Damn it! Yo! Yo! Tank! Block! That tank was terrible.
Not really a tank.
I don't know. He had Eben on, but literally, dude, like he take a hit, a quarter of his life was gone. Now we're a problem because we're at the last boss. Up the creek without a paddle because we have no tank. That's another problem that's been going on in this game. Fake tanking. You know? I'm trying to res him. I mean, dude, I can stand in a bunch of shit and not even blink. You know what I'm saying on my tanks. I'm probably going back to main tanking. This game's got a shortage of tanks currently.
Generally can't go wrong tanking stuff.
No. I mean, I've tanked every other game. I main tanked every other game I played. I just got stuck healing. You know how it went in for me. You've been there since, you know, I started. You remember. I bet you can't heal as a DK Mystic. Remember that?
Uh-huh. Suck it, bitches.
And what did I do? Oh, yeah. Dude, remember when I was running trials before vets and normals? And I was running trials with that bitch? Ah, the good old days. People get pissed. No fucking way. Yeah, it just happened, dude. It just fucking happened. I just did that shit. And then I think I've been challenged in every way. Sorc healing, I think, has been really good for me. You know, I like warden healers. A lot of people don't like warden healers because of the line of sight. You know, that cone and everything. But you got to weave with the warden way more. It's just built for that extra weave heal. And then a lot of people don't pop the blossom. They'll try to let it go throughout its duration, but forget that you can literally pop it for the instant. You know what I'm saying? Pop, you know. You can activate it. So between that and healing, I mean, spores is, you know, I think spores is okay, but in my opinion, if you're going to use a direct line of burst heal, you might as well stick with combat prayer. You know, don't overwhelm the bar. You know, PvP, I think spores works a lot better, to be honest with you. But let me check to see. Brian, what's up, Mystic? Hope all is going well. Coming back to ESO after taking time off and wanted to get back into healing. Wanted to know if the DK healer was still viable. Hell yes. Fuck yes. We're just talking about it, Brian. Hell to the Izzy. Yeah, DK is looking strong. DK healing is beast. DK healing's looking really good. Actually, if you're going to play DK healing has more application currently than a lot of, well, I would still use a DK, Mag DK in trial just because of, well, some mechanics, the dots really pay off, but a lot of people don't like it because it lacks the burst damage Mag DK in comparison to its counterparts, but it's a dot build. You played WoW, didn't you, Oren?
Oh yeah, you know I did, man.
Yeah. So remember the old warlocks? Nobody wanted to roll warlock, but when it came to raids, you always had one. Why? Because the dots. You know, I always said, you know, when you take a look at the parser, when you look at the group parsing, the warlock's not the top end, but by the time you end the raid, guess who pulls out the more damage in the raid?
Yeah, that was the warlock.
Yeah, it's always the dot class. Always. I'm like, yeah, a dot class never parses high. You know, but guess who pulls out the most damage throughout the entire raid? When you break it down. The fucking, you know, the dot classes. Because mechanics, phase mechanics, any phase mechanics, the dot still is ticking. So, these guys have never gotten there. They haven't.
That wasn't the only reason you brought the warlock.
No, CC too, right? The CCs were insane.
Oh no! Remember in the original one, why you'd bring the warlock? Because he was the only one that could summon.
Oh yeah, in MC and stuff, yeah. But after MC, you couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Cheese a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Around a lot of mobs. I think Nick should, if I remember right, Nick could though too. You could pick and choose areas of Nyx. If I'm not mistaken. It's been a while.
Been ages since I run multiple.
Yeah. Rift. Did you play Rift?
Nah, Rift I did not play.
Dude, I loved Rift. Up until probably mid through Storm Legion, I really admired Rift. Let's do this. Come on. Yeah, I'm ready. I can keep my Twilight alive. That'd be awesome. There we go. See, look at that. Such a difference.
Let's see how you react with fire. Saturate the hut.
Time for you to bulk up. Drink this.
You have two of the most uncooperative test subjects. This should incapacitate you. I can produce this counter aid all day. You may feel a burning sensation. Suffocate for life. Breathe deep. Away, my creation.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Uncooperative test subjects. until you die. Is this formula?
Bingo.
Fine. Glad I didn't try to bite.
Amazing what one tank will do, man.
Blood in his veins.
Completely change it.
Might be worth studying what's left of this.
Yeah, totally.
Go us.
There we go. I got that bet finally in on this whatever. Oh yeah.
That's that. Oh, that wasn't a cheeky and I'm going to rummage through our cases.
GG. Big time difference, man. It was a huge difference. Yeah, no, DK healing is amazing. Personally, I think DOS has done well, all around well for the healers in this game. They need to fix the bug with Templars currently, but you know the cleansing ritual won't apply the minor mending right now, Orin. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem. You know. Because that's, you know, one of the, you know, the perks of the Templar, you know, that minor mending. You know. Especially, you know, for burst healing. You know, you don't want to bottom out on the resources, so sometimes you want that minor mending, you know, onto the, you know, your hots, and, you know, I think that's one thing Templars are a little, you know, lackluster in is the hots. Direct heals, I mean, you know, they have direct heals for days, you know?
Yep, that's the way they've been.
Yeah, so... And that's another thing I'm always telling people. I'm like, you know, I don't think a lot of classes, just because a class can play, every class can play a role, doesn't mean they all play it the same way, you know? So... Alright. Oh, we got just Blessed Crucible left. Up, already up.
Servant of Alduin, run!
Trying to unlock the skill too. So they actually came out with a weapon. You know how they used to have to use Ellie Drain, right? For you know, minor magic steal. So now you can use the Resto and use this VAT weapon, and it's fucking phenomenal, man. I'm not even going to lie. It's a fucking phenomenal fucking weapon. You know, I'm surprised. You know, well, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised the meta didn't pick up on it. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much denounced every weapon in the new arena, except, you know, there's for PvE. Except there's a weapon in there for healers that gives a shitload of resource. To me, it's comparable to the Master Restoration Staff, right? Which is a good weapon for healers. But you literally can replace the Ellie Drain
Now, be a good lad.
in with a minor life and minor magic steel morph and get a double recovery effect. I'm like, how do the meta players just overlook some things sometimes is what I wonder, you know?
There's your answer. Now, kindly open the gates.
I think that's my frustration all the time.
Yes, that'll do. Open the gates.
Heal me!
Strike! Now! Through the side!
That was rather unpleasant.
I smash you to bits!
This is where we part. See you inside. Speak to my giant friend here.
Might even go do some trials on this dude tonight. We'll see.
You playing that Necromancer or you tried different?
I've got 18 tunes on this platform. I have them all. I have everybody. And when I mean everybody, I have everything. There's only a couple pieces of gear I got to get caught up on this. And then of course I'm re-farming all of my arenas. You know what I'm saying? That's great. Because I just love arena farming.
Oh, but come on, arenas, man.
I think just sometimes things are overrated. You know?
Let's see if they can handle something a little harder.
I'm not saying some of them aren't good or anything. It's just like, you know? You don't need everything to do all the content. Dude, I remember when we were doing content without all the shit, you know?
Yep.
Dude, I remember when weapons didn't even have a double ability, you know, a double stat. It was still single tap, and we would roll the, a switch effect. You know what I'm saying?
Move to flank.
Congratulations. You passed the first trial. Yeah, they bested the finest sloths, drunkards, and fools we had to offer.
Adorable. Shall we give them a pendant?
I say, let's see how these soft skins fare against a real challenge.
To arms.
Don't abide Cheetos in the blessed crucible. You're gonna pay for that.
me know about those.
Cheaters in the crucible. Just as
I love it.
the team that brings me their head. Let the grand melee begin!
You know, I probably, on all three platforms, have done these instances beyond hundreds of times. You know, some of them.
Yeah, considering how long you've been at it, man.
Alright. The thing about it is, honestly, I would like to see them have, like special achievements for completing it for like 100 times. You know, 500. You know what I'm saying? Like Final Fantasy does.
Fierce, but here's the real reason you've come today. Prepare yourselves, combatants. Pray to your gods and make your peace. You face the Stinger. Of fury that knows no mercy! Vicious, the cruel, the troll king!
Did you see? You haven't seen some of the sets that came out lately for this game, have you, Warren? Lately.
No, I've been out of touch with ESO for a while, man.
So they have literally a new set that basically ramps your damage the less resources you have. Isn't that almost counter? You know what I'm saying? Productive. Say, you know what, sacrifice half your resources and then this thing's just gonna take all, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck, yo?
Yeah, not gonna be sustainable.
Well, I mean, they do it, but, you know, it's gotta be well managed, but oh god, I just. I can see them saying to their healers, don't give me resources. I don't want resources. You know? Don't do it. You're fucking with my DPS, you damn healer. You know?
I am the possessive principle. You are nothing. My legend live on.
Well played! Well played indeed!
I hope it was okay. I like this outfit. Oh, that's that new one. Jesus. They didn't even tell me how it went. Awesome to hear. Coming back, I have him equipped with Sentinel, Winner's Respite, and Julianos. Yeah, it's a good startup set. Sentinel will take you all the way. Winner's Respite is good for, you know, while the race is Argonian, Argonian's always strong. What do you suggest I replace Julianos with? You definitely want to get either Spell Paracure or Olarimes. Those are really two strong sets. I use them both depending on the circumstances. And then, of course, I use the VAT Resto staff. You can get away with Maelstrom, just regular Maelstrom. They don't need to be perfected. Maelstrom's easier to get, so if you want to get that, or not Maelstrom, Dragon Star, the Master Healing, Master Restoration Staff. So, and then I use for the DK, Olarimes, and oh crap, it's out of banished cells. It increases your healing up to 12 party members. So that's one I use. I got the build on the healer site. Go check it out. It's called Meld. Ooh, PvE. Yeah. I know, nerdy. I feel you, man. I feel you. Yeah, PvE. Yeah, I mean, I like PvE to an extent. I always play to PvP at the end game, but it is what it is. I always play PvE just to, do it, and then I always go. My end game in every game has always been PvP. Always. It's a never fail. Never fail. So, I used to be a little bit more hardcore into PvE, but well, it's always the same thing. Once you get your stuff, you're then like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? So,
The next time you walk through it.
yeah, baby. All right. You still draw breath. And that should be my unlock. No, it's so close. Anyways, I need to get this morph so I can get the minor magic steel. So once I get that, it'll be good. So yeah, go take a look at my meld build, Brian. Though I do recommend replacing the heavy with a medium piece, especially after the update due to the healing factors and spell. You could still go health. Actually, staying heavy with Sentinel wouldn't be so bad due to the shield system. So it's not a bad idea. Or you can just do one of each, but I mean, your pen value wouldn't be whatever, but being a healer, I completely abandon crit healing. The only way I would justify crit healing after the Flames of Ambitions was if you were a Khajiit or a Sorc healer, due to those effects and passives. But other than that, abandon crit healing. I went base healing. I still have some critical healing, but not enough to, warrant, speccing insanely high. So, because they nerfed crit so bad, base healing is doing a lot. It's more effective, way more reliable, especially on overheals. Anyways, yeah. Thank you. I'll check it out. No problem, Brian. I think you'll like the build. It's a strong build. I haven't had a problem rolling it at all. And you guys know me. I've been DK healing for the longest time. So, anyways, I'm gonna cut the stream. I'm gonna let you guys go. I want to thank Oren for stopping in for a period and keeping me company. I always appreciate other people's opinions when they stop in. I like to make people feel welcome, in my streams. Why? Because I feel like everybody has a good, input to put in, and I think that's important, especially if we want things to get better in anything. We got to reflect in open dialogue and take into consideration what other people's, perspective is, and try to meet, halfway in anything in life. And not only that, but if we all can get to those same conclusions on some issues, then it's easier to just resolve the problems. So, with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. As always, I'm Mr. Graven. This is Mystics MMOs. You guys have a good one.